visiting Disney in 2025, you might be thinking of switching up parks. With the ever-increasing costs at Disney World and the construction going on in Disneyland Paris, you may be thinking of taking a trip to the OG Disney park, Disneyland in California. So today I'm going to let you know all of the reasons you should take a trip over to Anaheim so you can go to Disneyland in 2025. First up, it's going to be a huge celebration year. 2025 marks the 70th anniversary of Disneyland opening. This park first opened its doors on the 17th of July 1955, and there are going to be a lot of celebrations happening in 2025 to commemorate this. The 70th anniversary celebrations will start on the 16th of May 2025 and will run all the way through into summer 2026, and there are going to be loads of amazing things taking place as part of the celebration. A brand new character cavalcade called Mickey and Friends Celebrate Happy will also be coming to Disneyland Park. And here you can see Mickey, Minnie and their pals in their 70th anniversary celebration costumes. There will also be a brand new Walt Disney animatronic coming to Disneyland. This is going to be part of a brand new show called Walt Disney A Magical Life, where you are going to be able to join Walt in his office as he talks about the past, present and future of Disney. This animatronic is going to be state of the art and it is the first ever animatronic of Walt Disney. Walt himself was a pioneer of animatronics. This is an amazing tribute to him, and for it to be inside Disneyland Park, his baby if you will, it's going to be absolutely incredible. You're going to be able to see Walt Disney A Magical Life in the Main Street Opera House, and in the long run it's going to end up being in the same building as Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and those two shows are going to be in rotation. Paint the Night will also be returning. This parade was a fan favourite during the 60th anniversary celebrations, and it is coming back. Here you get to see fantastic floats all lit up and some of your favourite characters from Disney and Pixar films. Wondrous Journeys is also returning to Disneyland Park. This nighttime spectacular tells the history and story of Walt Disney Animation Studios, and on select nights fireworks will also enhance the show. Over in California Adventure, World of Color will be debuting a brand new show called Happiness. This show is inspired by the words Walt Disney said when he opened Disneyland Park. To all who come to this happy place, welcome, and will feature some of your favourite Disney and Pixar characters. Also in California Adventure will be Better Together, a Pixar Pals celebration, which is going to be a Pixar-inspired parade that you can see during the daytime. As well as all of the festivities, we will also be seeing special 70th anniversary decorations coming to the parks. However, if you're thinking of visiting another time of year, Disneyland is fantastic. Two of my absolute favourite times of year to visit are for Halloween season and Christmas season. If you have ever celebrated these seasons in other Disney parks, then you kind of know what's in store. But what is great is Disneyland is quite unique. If you visit for Halloween season, you're going to be able to visit Oogie Boogie Bash. This is such a unique Halloween party. It is an extra ticketed event and it will usually sell out within minutes. It's that popular. Oogie Boogie Bash is very different to something like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. You get to see loads of rare characters. There are different shows and things to do, and of course the standout is the Villains Trail, where you can walk along and get to meet and interact so many villains in amongst woodlands. Christmas is also a fantastic time of year. It is absolutely stunning in Disneyland. The last trip I took there was for Christmas and it was beautiful. They have decorations absolutely everywhere. Amazing ride overlays on Haunted Mansion and It's a Small World, Christmas parades, Christmas fireworks, World of Colour turns to Christmas. You can meet Santa. There's so many incredible things going on, and I would highly recommend visiting during this season. Disneyland also has lots of unique events throughout the year, such as Star Wars Night, which is absolutely fantastic if you're a Star Wars fan. They also have things like Sweetheart Night, Pride Night, so there are lots of celebrations that go on. So you might want to plan your visit to coincide with one of these amazing events. They typically happen at night. They are extra ticketed events, so you do pay extra, but you get to do so many things that you wouldn't normally get to do. There'll be rare characters out and about, specialty drinks and snacks, and it's just a really, really fun thing to do. And they have lots of events that you don't get in any of the other Disney parks, so it's a really good time to visit. One of the reasons you should absolutely visit Disneyland is because it is the original Disney park in the world, and because because of this, you have loads of unique rides and attractions that you can only experience in Disneyland. I was absolutely blown away by just how jam-packed Disneyland Park is itself. There are so many rides in it, and loads of them that I haven't been on anywhere else because they don't exist anywhere else. And something else that is fantastic about Disneyland is the amount of roaming characters you will see. We used to see roaming characters in Disneyland Paris and Disney World, but now that has really greatly reduced. It's very rare to see it. You mostly have to go to a meet and greet spot and wait for a long time. However, in Disneyland, you see magical moments absolutely everywhere. One of my favourite memories from my last trip was when I was just walking around Fantasyland and Mary Poppins and her band turned up and they got on the carousel and the musicians were actually playing the music as the carousel went around, and it was so magical. I actually liked these moments much more than your standard meet and greet because they just happen out of nowhere. You don't know who you're going to see and everyone gets a chance to interact. It's not like you have to wait for a long period of time and then it's a set meet and greet scenario. You just see the characters walking around, have a fun interaction with them and carry on with your day, but the magical memories you make are incredible. My name is Sophie from Most Magical Guides and I make videos packed full of tips and advice to help you visit the Disney parks like a pro, helping you to maximise the magic by mastering the planning. If you do like that type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you never miss out on a video. Disneyland is also super special because the amount of history there. This was Walt's original Disney park. He got to put his ideas into reality, and you do feel Walt's presence absolutely everywhere in Disneyland. So if you love the history of the Disney parks or Walt Disney himself, you must take a visit because you're going to get to see so many incredible things. And something you can also do is take a trip to Walt Disney's apartment. This is a tour you can take. It's so interesting, and it was actually really emotional getting to go into his actual apartment and see exactly how it was when he used to stay there. Disneyland has two parks. Of course, you have Disneyland Park, and then opposite it you have Disney California Adventure. And something I really enjoy about Disneyland is you can so easily hop between the two parks because they're literally opposite each other. And then right in between them is downtown Disney. So you have absolutely everything you need in a very short space of time. It's much more manageable to be walking around and experiencing things because everything is so close, and the ability to just hop back and forth between the parks is fantastic. Something I loved about Disney California Adventure is that it has a really unique nighttime show. Here you can see World of Colour, which is an absolutely spectacular show that features water fountains, projections, lasers and music, and it is absolutely remarkable. It also has a fantastic backdrop, as you can see Pixar Pier right behind it, including the famous Mickey wheel, and it is just such a unique show. I've never seen anything like it, so this is a real standout for a visit. If you like Star Wars or Marvel, then you're in luck because Disneyland is the only resort that has both Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus in it. I really love that these are now being represented in the park. They give such a different feel, but they're both so alive, so immersive and so incredible. So if you enjoy Star Wars and Marvel, the fact you get to experience both of them during one trip is amazing. Another great bonus to visiting Disneyland is it is a much more relaxed park and also involves a lot less planning than somewhere like Disney World. There's just a very laid back vibe in Disneyland, and you can just kind of meander around and experience whatever you like. That isn't to say it doesn't get busy, it absolutely does, and of course you do have the option of buying things like multi-pass if you want to cut down queue times, but it just feels much more relaxing and you don't need to be as regimented with making plans. Disneyland and Disney California Adventure also have some incredible dining. California is famous for its fresh produce and you definitely get to experience it in these parks. And what I really like is that most of the great food is in quick service locations and it's very affordable. I would say my meals that I had here were some of the cheapest I've had in any Disney park, and they were all delicious. There is a huge range of different cuisines on offer, so whatever you fancy is probably going to be represented in the park, and the food is so good. If you're thinking you're going to go and just get burgers and hot dogs and typical theme park fare, you couldn't be more wrong. There's so many amazing and interesting dishes in Disneyland. And of course, one of the fantastic things about taking a trip to Disneyland is you can do a split stay with some other amazing destinations nearby. A lot of people will choose to spend part of their holiday in Disneyland, which is in Anaheim, and then hop over to somewhere like Los Angeles where you can experience Universal but also the Hollywood Hollywood sign, all of the incredible things on offer in LA. And then you have amazing places all around California. You might want to take a trip to San Diego, maybe want to go to some of the beaches. You might go to Santa Monica Pier. There are so many incredible things to do in California, and going to Disneyland gives you the option of doing a split stay and getting to have the California dream holiday of a lifetime. As you can tell, there are so many incredible reasons to go and visit Disneyland. It really is a dream Disney destination, and if you're a big fan of the Disney park, you have to make a trip out to the OG one. 2025 is a fantastic year to visit. As I say, Disneyland Paris currently has a lot of construction work. That's going to be carrying on into 2026, but you might want to take a trip in 2026 for the opening of World of Frozen and the rebranding of Walt Disney Studios Park into Disney Adventure World. Disney World is seeing huge increases in prices, but it's just putting a lot of people off. The 2025 offer for UK guests wasn't particularly good, and with the opening of Epic Universe at Universal, you're going to see huge amounts of people in Orlando next year. So again, you might want to delay visiting Orlando until the 2026 offer comes out and perhaps it's a bit better, or the crowds die down a bit after Epic Universe has been open a little while. And if that's the case and you need a Disney fix, then you should head over to Disneyland in California. It is such a remarkable place. It's the OG park. You feel Walt's spirit, the roaming characters, the unique rides. It really is incredible. So I hope you have been able to hear all of the amazing things that might make you want to take a trip out there. If you are thinking of taking a dream trip to Disneyland in 2025, but you need some help planning, be sure to head to my website, mostmagicalguides.com, where you can find easy to use planning templates and also my trip planning services. Here we can have a Zoom call so I can help you plan out your ultimate Disneyland trip, and I also have my concierge service where I will plan out your entire trip for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, I hope you have a most magical day. Bye bye.